Recently, you signed to Reach Records.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and why Reach Records out of all the other labels that are out there?
Well, first of all, it came about just networking, really, just through relationships. And I'm saying, Cray always been a mentor to me, like that's like one of my big brothers or whatever. And I just always rocked with what he had going on in his movement, and just the people, you know what I'm saying, around there. Like when I first started going to the Reach studio or whatever, like I just loved the vibe around there, and I just like what they stood for. You feel me? And I you know what I'm saying, stood for the same thing, like some of the same things. So it's like it was just a perfect match. And you know what I'm saying, the day I signed, like it was, cause I went on tour with Cray, probably about 3 months ago or something like that. The All Things Work Together tour, and at the show in Atlanta at the Tabernacle, I had announced in front of everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, Vic Beasley was on stage, like, you know what I'm saying, my boy Tadashi, like everybody, like all type of folk was on stage, and like he just announced it right then and there. Like I literally signed the paperwork backstage, my lawyer with me, my manager with me, like we just, you know what I'm saying, we did it like backstage, and he just called me out, you know what I'm saying, kind of surprised me. It was like, welcome to the Reach Records family, and it just felt so good, bro, like, and it just made me feel that, you know what I'm saying, I'm on my way, like, yeah.
How did you meet Lecrae initially? Can you take us back to the first time you met him?
The first time I met Cray was at the studio. He was working on the All Things Work Together album, and I was just kind of, you know what I'm saying, in there just vibing out, you know what I'm saying, just helping like contribute some vibes to what he got going on. And he kind of came in the session I was in, and you know what I'm saying, bro, tall looked, I was like, bro, you stupid tall, boy. Like, I was not expecting him to be that tall, but I mean, bro, just cool. Like, as soon as we chopped it up, like we hit it off, like he started giving advice, like just telling me who he was, introducing to himself, and I was introducing myself to him, like telling him who I was, where I came from, what side of town I was from, and like we just clicked. Like we got a whole bunch of stuff in common and everything. Like I'm from Atlanta, he from Houston, you feel what I'm saying? But we kind of got like the same, like in a sense, like, you know what I'm saying, the same story or whatever, but everybody got different stories, but we just, you know what I'm saying, we was real relatable.
So not biologically related to him?
Nah.
Do people ever think you are?
Nah, I ain't never got that before. Nah,
okay.
I ain't never
just curious.
Yeah.
Why were you at Reach Records, the studio, anyways, in the beginning? You were invited to be there, or you just?
Yeah, I was invited. One of the head engineer, Biz, you know what I'm saying, he invited me to the studio or whatever, and he was, they was just asking me to help on some records. And I just help, you know what I'm saying, vibing out. And had like Metro Boomin beats, Zaytoven beats, c.n.o.t.e beats, all type of beats. I was just going crazy, just writing. You know what I'm saying? I was just, you know what I'm saying, I was independent at the time, and I'm just like, hey man, I'm finna grind hard, I'm finna go hard, I'm finna show these folks what I got.
So from the first time you met him, and you had that chemistry and that vibe, how long before the possibility or the idea came, like, oh, you need to be a part of this? How much time do you think elapsed before maybe a proposition was placed?
I'd probably say about 3 months or something like that. Cause I was going, like, the first day I went, they messed around and told me you can come anytime. So I was like, oh boy, I'm finna be in here every day. So I was in there every day, like building relationships with everybody. I'm on the office side. I ain't even on the studio, I'm on the office side. What's happening? What y'all got going on? Like just building relationships, like, ain't no business on the other side, no way. I'm over there though, but I just kept coming every day, and they just kept seeing my face, kept seeing what I was about. Like, then I think they just wanted to see was I really, you know what I'm saying, serious about doing music, and I really showed them that I had a real grind and real work ethic. And next thing I knew, like they, you know what I'm saying, Cray had told me, he was like, what you think about signing? And I was like, yeah, that sound about right. I was saying, I hit my manager, hit my lawyer, whatever. And when they finally presented the paperwork to me, we just looked at it, you know what I'm saying, changed stuff, you know what I'm saying, we didn't agree with it, and you know what I'm saying, they weren't tripping at all. Like, they gave us what we wanted, and we just made it happen.
So they announce you're part of the family. You actually signed the contract the day they announced it on stage.
Backstage, true story.
How did you celebrate the signing?
Man, I think we went out to eat or something, but we was on tour at the time, so I really couldn't do it too much. Like, we was going to city to city. I think we went out though. We went out to some, I forgot what the name of the restaurant was, but I just celebrated with my mama, my you know what I'm saying, my pops, my sister, you know what I'm saying, my cousins, my friends, like, we just all got together. Like, I just kept calling everybody in my phone list, like, just kept calling, like, bro, like, we here, like, we here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just excited. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of stuff going through my head and just a lot of stuff going on at the time. It just, that was just a, you know what I'm saying, like, just fresh air. Like, just, like, I can finally relax. Like, I know that if I kill this, if I keep working, then, you know what I'm saying, the levels will just keep going up. Because I know, like, when you go to a new level, you at the bottom of another level, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't ever think once you get to a certain spot that you just made it, you feel me? So I just realized that I was in a good opportunity, I was in a good space. So I just knew that it was going nowhere but up from here, so.
Now, being around Lecrae, what's the biggest advice he's given you at this point, or the most important thing you learned being around him?
Most important thing I learned around him, don't be scared to tell your story. Like, he was just saying, like, I got a lot to say, and you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of situations, just been through a lot of stuff, and like, don't be scared to share that with people, you feel me? Like, I just make sure I just put a lot of personal things in my music, because I want people to feel like they know me. Like, even if they never met me before in my life, in their life, I just want them to feel like that they know me. You know what I'm saying? Just from my music. Yeah, that's one of the biggest. I mean, he always dropping gems. Like, he stay dropping gems. So yeah,
That one sticks to you, though.
Yeah.